the cryptocurrencies, that are really speculative assets. I don't see them as a financial stability concern at the moment. I do think they are risky. They're not backed by anything, and I think there's big consumer issues for consumers who may or may not understand what they're getting, and there's certainly developments in the markets that are worth following, which are really not in our jurisdiction, but things like the kind of leverage that's built into them and those sorts of things is certainly worth watching.
Good morning everyone and welcome to a new video here at Sublime Traders. I'm Logical Orange and today we are going to take a look at the market post the Fed announcement that was pretty much good for cryptos. The main things that we can drag out of this meeting is that, well, inflation will continue. They will increase the interest rates, and cryptocurrency is not a threat for the financial stability of the US economy. So with that being said, we are now looking at a chart that is pretty much green, but not as green as we would like to. Well, this is because we are now into technical land and we are now hitting several trend lines and supports and resistances. So let's start by taking a look at the 4-hour chart and the sectors that we drawn 2 weeks ago, sectors formed by trend lines, support lines and resistances. And we now can see that they pretty much react. They have been reacting for all this time since the creation. We are now escaping several formations on the 4-hour chart. We have bounced on this support right here, ascending trend line, and we are in this sector right now that has a high of had a high that we cannot touch anymore in this sector of the 51.5k, and that now projects to around 50.4k. 50k is an extremely important level right now that, if broken, will lead the way to 59k, where we will have a lot of resistance, and I will show it to you on the order book chart. For now, the order book is looking very good on the downside, pretty thick, and not a lot of sell orders in the order book. So I repeat, the order book reading sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, because it can be influenced easily. But right now, after the news, considering that the technical aspect of the chart is not looking that bad, we have a lot of bullish possible formations. We have some neutral formations. We also have some bearish formations. But given that the news from the Fed is all right for now, the formations that we have right now are mostly bullish, and that we are priced at a level that is really low, considering that we have had an all-time high, 25% higher than where we are right now. We can consider that this level, it is an interesting level, as long as we close above some key elements, like, for example, like the 50k that we have right here. So the 50k, we have this trend line. I consider this trend line is extremely important. It is confluential with the top part of the Ichimoku cloud. We are now on the 4-hour. We are now in the middle of the Ichimoku cloud, trying to break through it. Breaking through it and closing above it would be a very, very good thing. It will also lead us into the second sector right here. So the second sector that has a low of 49.2 and a high of 53.4k. So if we get into this sector, so closing above the 50.5k, so closing above this in the 4-hour chart, then we will have some small resistances. We will need to get back into the parabolic line, but the parabolic line isn't as precise as these trend lines right here. So we can even close in it. It doesn't matter. What matters is the sector and the way we react to the trend lines that form it. So we have descending, ascending, a top part, a lower part. So we need to close inside this sector right here, this whole sector right here. and then we can move up. We can move up in sectors. Then I will show you the order book. We also have another view on Bitcoin's price on this 4-hour chart. You know that analysis can take many shapes. There's no wrong way of analyzing a coin. Formations, you can draw them different ways. You can take wicks, full bodies. You can take triangles, squares, round circles, whatever, you know. So right now, I just wanted to show you these other possibilities. So I already showed you the sectors. We have a type of channel right here that touches once, 2 times, 3 times on the top side. On the lower side we touch here, a bit here. So possible channel right here that also includes a triangle formation for the last drop. Pretty much very well defined sector right here, where we rejected multiple times in full force with good volume. So the triangle is pretty much well defined, only 2 touches on the high side. Depends on how you draw it, of course. And now we are trying to escape this formation. So logically, if we take this level right here and we combine it with the channel that we are in and some horizontal resistances, we can get an idea on where the price can reverse or will have a bit of resistance technically. So this is only for this this chart right here. So logically we would go up to the 50k level, then maybe retest, reject, depends on what volume we have. Frankly, because the weekend is coming, I don't expect to have a lot of volume right here, so we might pump all the way up to this level, which is of course very, very good. This will not however take us out of the horizontal channel possibility that we are in right now. So take this also into consideration. It is also a possibility. We have a very well-defined bottom, we don't have a well-defined top, so that's why I didn't draw it in the first place, because, well, we have a good descending trend line right here, but we don't have a horizontal trend line that would lead us to thinking that this is indeed a channel, but the possibility is there. So all of these informations I have just talked about would lead to this this area right here as a rejection zone, resistance rejection zone possibility. I also wanted to show you the order book chart. We are now in the same triangle formation that we saw on TradingView. We have on the top side, we have the 50k as a resistance level, something at the 52k level, and then of course the 59k. This is on the top side. We are now leaving the formation on the top side, which is pretty much good. If we close above it, we can interact with these levels. On the lower side, we have a buy wall at 47, then we have another one at 46.5, pretty much well defined, and outside of the triangle we have many other levels that are interesting, that go all the way down to 40k. Well, hopefully we don't leave the triangle and we don't fake out and then leave the triangle on the low side. We don't really have the news to push us towards the lower levels. So right now let's just focus on the higher levels. Of course, we must be wary. The weekend is coming, and well, the volume will drop and the uncertainty will most probably be there. So we need to be aware of the lower levels, but we also need to aim to the higher levels if we want to go long, or if we want to add to our portfolio. Finally, let's take a quick look at ETH, which is now looking good, well, better than Bitcoin, basically, with a higher green candle, rejection candle that we had yesterday after the announcement. We can see that we also have some sectors right here. I didn't take the time to define them as well as I did on Bitcoin, but I will, and I will post the chart on the strategies channel. We can see that the price action interacted with this trend line a lot. We have this support area right here, now into the cloud. On the 4-hour chart, we are under the MA 200, and we are in a big channel formation, ascending channel that looks more like a funnel. I didn't draw a channel because it looks more like a funnel. And also we can see these, so these lines right here that define it. We are inside this whole formation, and we can consider that if we continue to go on the upside, this area can be a possibility, or even a bit further. Of course, depends on how long it will take for us to go up, and of course it depends also on the fact that the holidays are coming, so volume might drop. I honestly expect the week between Christmas and the New Year's Day to have some good volume, because people will have time, they will be at home, they will be in holidays, and they will start buying small bits of cryptos. So we might have some good upside during that period, but that will be confirmed. I cannot guarantee anything, of course. Now let's go to the total market cap, which is looking the same. Well, this is the total market cap, the cryptocurrency market cap, which is now at $2.25 trillion. Good. Total market cap excluding Bitcoin, looking more or less the same, of course, with Ethereum leading the way and Bitcoin dominance, which is losing a bit of steam right now under the MA200, leaving the altcoins the possibilities to go up into pairs with BTC and into pairs with USDT. So pretty much good things happening for cryptos right now. This is all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. This is Logical Orange for Sublime Traders, and see you in the next video.